Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tactics Ogre, the Knight of Lodis. Last time we found the mermaid Barevra at Aquila. This time, after discussing our options at Formido, we are heading off to Gryllus so as to avoid the next story mission in Vespa. Now, you do actually have to do the next story mission in Vespa before you can head off to Beleza. I kind of misstated that earlier, but it's not exactly a big deal. Well, regardless, I do want to go to Gryllus in order to give Eleanor some time to level up, so let's go there.
What do you know?
The souls of the dead are gathering here. We can't afford to stay long. Now, I'm going to be doing something interesting that I would not necessarily recommend. Well, no, I would recommend doing this. I am entering the battle with just these two. Ghosts who wander the darkness, return to your resting place. Now, this is probably going to be split up into two parts. Probably going to do the first 8 turns this way, and then go to the second video for another 8 turns. Now, there are 5 treasures on this map, one of which is a guaranteed treasure, so I'll go over the 4 randoms first. Now, you may know, one thing I will state is these characters are both actually clerics right now, and there's a reason for that. Regardless, I can't get all the treasures this go-around, so I'll get the rest in training. However, right here, after you burn this patch of grass, you have a random treasure. And here, after you burn this patch of grass, you will have a random treasure. Next, you have the treasure here, which is going to be a random treasure, and a treasure here, which again is random. The one and only guaranteed treasure of this map is right here beneath the waterfall, and it is a glass pumpkin, so it is definitely worth picking up. So I'm going to go ahead and send my characters here since they both have water walking boots on. That way we can go ahead and collect the one treasure here. Now, yes, I did say that this would be a map where I split up into multiple parts, and that's simply because I know how long it can take to do what I'm planning on doing. With just 2 characters, it takes a while, and they will call in reinforcements every turn that there is one of their hosts that is permanently removed from battle. Now, I'll explain that in a moment. Basically, the only way to really do anything in this stage is by exorcising the ghosts. Now, Alphonse here has Faith, which cannot do anything right now because it is a global effect spell that only removes the undead who are about to revive. Eleanor has an expensive spell called Exorcism, which has a chance of permanently removing the undead from the map while they still, quote-unquote, live. Oh, flooding, okay. I actually did get to show both actions off this round. First, Eleanor get into position to show off Exorcism, which I want to use right here. Now, you notice it doesn't do any damage, it only has a percentage chance to hit. So, when we cast the spell, it bathes them in holy light and permanently removed from battle. Now here is the question. I'm actually going to move Alphonse here to pick up the treasure, if he can. I can't actually remember if you can once it floods. And cast Faith while facing that way. And any fallen undead, such as the ghost there, will also be removed, such as with Eleanor's exorcism. And that's a whip. Okay. Now, the general goal is to actually have them both use their skills to exorcise 5 undead each. Eleanor already has 3, so she only needs to get 2 more, but she doesn't have the MP this turn to do it. So what I'm going to do is see if I can... And she can't move close enough. Get her closer to shore, and go ahead and have her cast Heal? Nah. Get her closer to shore, that's it. And Alphonse, he can go ahead and cast Heal on Eleanor, since they're starting to lose a little bit of hit points there. Yep, and there are the reinforcements. Now, basically, starting on turn 5, as long as the enemy is missing units, they will start calling in reinforcements. I believe they stop calling in reinforcements around turn 12, but don't quote me on that. And Eleanor should get her... Yep, she is going to get her emblem now, and level up. It's actually kind of beneficial for her because I do want her to have high intelligence. Now, Exorcism is awarded for vanquishing 5 undead beings. That means permanently removing them from the map, not just knocking them out. And it reduces their mental gauge by 1, as long as they are close to the emblem holder. So in other words, it is incredibly beneficial. Reinforcements. Okay, now Alphonse only has 1 undead that he has exercised, so we're going to try to get him his second. I'm sorry. Not just his second, but as many as he needs. Now, as you'll notice with the reinforcements, they effectively get 1 free turn. And they summon them at a rate of 2 per turn. And yes, I do realize that it takes a while doing it this way, but this is the way I'd rather do it, being that it allows me to get 2 moderately important emblems for Alphonse and Eleanor, and it allows me to train up Eleanor without much hassle. I only get 1 guy again this time, but I'd rather not give him the chance to revive. And more reinforcements with their free move. And yeah, this map can go on for an exceptionally long amount of time, especially when you're doing something kind of as crazy as what I'm doing with this map. It's not necessary to do it this way, this is just how I usually play this map whenever I go through the game. So, it's effective for me. They are being especially annoying this time. Let's see. Leonard and Akbar. Of course. In such a way that I cannot actually hit both of them. Oh well. As soon as Alphonse gets his exorcism emblem, I'm going about this in earnest and just clearing the map. But I want that exorcism emblem, just because. And reinforcements because I took out one. Okay, let's see. Killick. Leonard. Let's see if I can get them both. Probably can't, but I'm going to try. Nope, not going to get them both. Wait, didn't even... Oh, I was about to say, didn't even get Leonard, really? After the battle, I'll show the emblem for beating a map with just 2 characters. Because, yeah, that is what I'm going after. And reinforcements. Okay, and I believe Alphonse has taken out 3 units at this point. Although I have kind of lost track, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and heal, actually. It's worth a small loss of time. I did think of one thing of note that I didn't bring up, that I haven't brought up yet, and that is, you cannot recruit what I call zombie characters like Parker here, or Sakura. They are unique enemies, in that they cannot be recruited, and yet you can randomly encounter them. However, ghosts can be recruited, although I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Let's see if I can set up the next turn a little bit, because typically undead soldiers take 2 to 4 turns to revive, whereas ghosts is more like 1 to 3. Water? Nope, didn't. Okay. 62. I think I'm going to go ahead and risk... Ooh, wait. Nope. Almost, Eleanor. I'm going to go ahead and risk one more turn taking out her. and hope that nobody revives. And hopefully this is it, with Alphonse using Faith one last time. He should have everything he needs for the exorcism emblem. Let's see if this is true. And it is. So we have both Eleanor and Alphonse with the exorcism emblem. So I am going to go ahead and just start taking these guys out. By the way, thank you for bunching up like that. I know I haven't been concentrating on taking you guys out, but it helps. I think they're going to get reinforcements. Yes, they are. So we have eliminated the number of reinforcements. Well, not eliminated, I should say. We have pulled them down to their last resources. So now we can just concentrate on taking them out. Really, the one that I had the best chance of hitting survived. Interesting. Let's see. Should only have one more turn after this. Oh, rat, she can't use it. Oh well. She can't hit anybody this turn. Okay, maybe 2 more turns. One thing I forgot to mention, one of the negative things about this map is that there are no enemy drops. So you will not get any war trophies on this map. So just keep that in mind, is that there's not much of a reward for completing this map. Looks like I'm actually going to have to be forced to carry this into 20 turns. Yeah, that'll take her out. More than likely, anyway. There we go. And as long as nobody revives, it'll be pretty much a cake next turn. Lovely. Or that could happen. Mark of the Elite, that is what I was aiming for. Automatically gives you 100 experience points at the end of the map. I guess things have settled for a while. Let's get out of this forest. And with that, we unlock Bleat. I have decided one thing as well with Bellezza versus Bleat. I want one or the other to be with my Path A party and the other one to be with my Path B party. And then I'll show you the various dialogue options that you have going both ways. So, with that, this is Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.